Jim Hutton, the man who was Freddie Mercury's lover during the last few years of his life. Jim's written a book about their life together. It's called Mercury and Me. Welcome, Jim. This is the book. Why, first of all, did you write the book?
I wrote the book really to, I suppose, ease the loss. I mean, basically the grieving exercise, which it actually has helped me immensely.
Has it? It's been sort of...
Oh, it has, yes. I'm really beginning to pick my life up again.
Yeah.
I suppose, as Freddie would say, you know, get on with life, get on with things.
Because when Freddie died, it was tough for you, wasn't it? You lost your home. I mean, you moved out. You sort of, your lover, your best friend, your life, this strange life.
Yes, everything went.
Yeah.
I mean, literally everything.
What was it? Yeah, because I was quite interested in that. I mean, you were kind of, when Freddie approached you, as you describe in the book, you were working as a barber, weren't you?
That's right, yes.
And it had nothing to do with the music world. You didn't even know who he was.
Nothing no, I had nothing at all to do with music, and still don't. It's great, actually. No, I may have heard Queen songs or whatever, but I hear music. That was it. I liked it or I didn't like it. It was immaterial. It actually wasn't really part of my life.
What did you think of him when you first met him?
I thought he was very forward, actually. I mean, really very forward. The very, very first time I met him.
Was that his style, or was it just something
I think it was. I think he probably had his eye on me and thought, yes, I'm going to go for that one. And, you know, I mean, I think throughout his life, his whole thing was that if you want something, you got to make the first move. You got to go get it. Yeah. If you don't get it, well, at least you tried.
Because he was very impetuous, wasn't he? He described these great spending sprees. He had to have things, and you were kind of one of those things, weren't you?
It wasn't much as his spending sprees was something else. But yes, as I say, you know, if he wanted something, he went for it. He worked for it. He generated. I won't say he always got what he wanted, but
was it very tough to live with him, and was he a difficult man to...
No, it wasn't. It was quite surprising. I mean, I worked for him, I was a gardener, and my agreement was, I'll do your garden if nobody interferes with it. And that's what it was.
He used to introduce you as the gardener, didn't he?
Well, he didn't. It was actually friends did.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Why? Why so?
I suppose it was a lot of protection. Freddie did a very, very good job of that over the years. That were protecting not just me, the people like Joe Finelli, Peter, those close to him. I think he was very good at that.
What was he like with you?
I suppose he's really like any ordinary person you'd meet. You know, there was none of the flamboyance once he was off stage. On stage, yes, you can do what you like. But off stage, no, he was very quiet.
I find it hard to imagine, I must say.
Good God, no. I think he looked at his career was, you know, entertaining, doing his show, giving the fans and people what they wanted or what he thought they wanted. Once the final chords were over, that was it. I've done it. Now let's go on with the next bit.
Now, why has it taken so long to write the book?
Well, I mean, I'd still over the 2 years, you know, getting my own life together. I had a lot of questions from the actual fans, because I've been to a couple of the conventions, and I thought, well, you know, there's a lot of now let me see what type of stories. Untrue stories, I mean, written about Freddie, especially in the last few weeks of his life.
For instance?
And, well, I mean, basically, this was after he died, you know, one of I think that the heart-wrenching stories was that he died alone. Basically saying there was nobody there at all.
And there were, in fact, quite a lot of you there, weren't there?
Well, there were 3 of us there. I mean, there were 3 of us there permanently. And I mean, I think we were rather sickened at that, you know, that type of reporting. I mean, a lot was just hype.
What was it like being at his deathbed?
Well, I mean, you know, we knew there was nothing we could do for him. The only thing we could do was make everything as comfortable as possible, as easy as possible for him. You know, the 3 of us knew, well, really, we can't do any more. We never could. Joe and Peter, who administered his medication. That's as much as we could do.
And now, what's life after Freddie like?
Well, as I say, life after, I mean, was one of the reasons, I suppose, why the book actually did come out eventually, is I'm really getting on with life. As I say, I think one of Freddie's wishes, I say, would be, you know, okay, I'm gone, so now you must pick up the pieces, get on with your life again.
What do you think he'd make of the book? Because I guess you could be accused of exploiting his memory by writing it in the first place.
No, I think if Freddie was alive, most certainly. But then again, if he was alive, the book wouldn't come out.
There is that, yeah.
So it's not an exploitation of his memory. It's like, I suppose, an exploitation of my memory, if anything.
But you can do that. That's your prerogative. What's your favourite memory of him?
Oh gosh, there's so many of them. There really are. I mean, there isn't one in particular as such. You go his tenderness. He actually was very thoughtful. There are loads of things, and they're all little things, not massive.
You talked
I suppose
about
really his music at the end of the day. If you really think
yes,
about
I wanted to ask you about that. I mean, you talked about how different he was in public to the way he was with you in private. What was it like watching him on stage?
Oh, that was something else.
Yeah,
it really was. I mean,
you must have been very proud.
I remember the very first time was Live Aid, and I just stood there gobsmacked. I really did. It was it was my first concert also. I wasn't in the crowd. I was backstage, and I mean, for those 20 minutes or whatever it was, so I was going, just literally stuck to the floor.
I bet it must have been wonderful.
It really was. You know, it's the one concert I will remember for the rest of my life.
And now, picking up the pieces, you're also HIV positive, aren't you?
That's correct. Yes.
But you're keeping all right.
Oh yes. I'm not going on a day-to-day basis. I'm going on a year-to-year basis. That is basically the way I look at it. You know, I don't believe in sitting down and moping about it. You know, when things start happening, well, then obviously I'll have to slow down a bit. But
sure,
other than that, I think I will live my life to the full, what's left of it.
Jim, best of luck. It was great to meet you. Thanks very much indeed.
Thank you.